I'm Jasmine from Melbourne Muscle Medics, and in this video I'm going to be going through how to stretch out through your neck. It's particularly helpful if you're currently feeling a headache or any kind of neck tension at the moment. So we're actually going to start off with stretching our chest. It's not one that you commonly think of, but a lot of the times if we're working, we tend to hunch forward and roll forward through our shoulders, putting a lot of tension here. Now the tighter we get through our chest, the more it pulls our shoulders forward, putting pressure on our upper back and neck, and it brings our head into that forward head position. So if we can lengthen and open up through the chest, it's going to help us be a little bit more upright, our head's going to be a little bit more upright, and it's going to help to take pressure off the back. So what I want you to do is find yourself a door frame or a cupboard or a wall or something that you can put some pressure on. And I want you to put your hand and your elbow against that wall or door frame or whatever it is that you're using, and turn and twist away. Now what we're doing here is we're opening up through the chest, like I said, just allowing those shoulders to pull back and open up so that we're going to be able to stand up a little bit straighter. Stretching out through the chest is very underrated. The more you can do it, the better it is for your posture, and it's going to help so much with any upper back and neck tension. Now what you can do here is as you breathe out, as the muscles start to relax, you can turn your feet that little bit further, increasing your stretch. But we can also play around with the angle of our elbow on the wall as well. So you might like to lift it higher. It's going to get some slightly different portions, slightly different areas of the muscle, and increase that stretch. As much as you can as well, turning to look away will really help to increase your stretch. Getting your whole body turning to really deepen and lengthen through the chest. Alright, let's turn around and do the other side. So hand and elbow on the wall, using your body to turn and twist away. Nice deep breaths. So the more often you can do this one, you're really going to feel the benefit out of it. One thing that you can do is you can pick a doorway in your house, and whenever you walk through that door, you create that habit of I have to stretch as I walk through this door. It might be your bedroom door, so every time you walk into your bedroom, you do the stretch. Playing around with the angles. You can do it in the shower as well, allowing when you're nice and warm, allowing the heat of the water just to help really relax and open up as well. We're a really good place to stretch in general. All of these neck stretches will be really good in the shower with the hot water running straight on it. Alrighty, so now let's jump to our neck. So there's so many different muscles in the neck that can be contributing to headaches, so we'll go through a few of them and then you can just choose what's going to be right for you. To start off with, we're just going to be doing our traps. So we want to keep one hand down nice and low, keeping that shoulder down nice and low, using our other hand just to gently pull the head straight over to the side, ear to shoulder. Now there's a couple of different things that you can do to increase the stretch. You can be holding on to something with that free hand just to really help weight down that shoulder. Whether you've got a dumbbell or a bottle of milk, a couple of kilos, something heavy, just to help really keep that shoulder down. Or you can just put it behind your back as well. It just kind of helps to anchor down that shoulder. Otherwise we start to follow our stretch. Okay, so anchoring down that shoulder, just gently applying the pressure to the head to get that nice lengthening stretch out through the side of the neck. And then what we do while we're here is we just play with angles. I like to play with angles on every single stretch. So if you tilt your chin forward a little bit or you tilt your chin back a little bit, you're going to feel that stretch change. We're all slightly different. We're all going to feel tension in different areas. So just play around with where you're feeling the tension the most and hold that stretch. Taking your nice deep breaths. And as you breathe out, just gently increasing your stretch that little bit further. So imagining doing this one in the shower with the hot water running straight onto where you're stretching. A really nice way to lengthen out through the neck. Okay, let's do the other side. So swapping hands, either popping it behind your back or holding onto something, and then using our other hand to bring our ear towards our shoulder. Nice lengthening out. Keeping our shoulder down nice and low to really increase that stretch through the side of the neck. Deep breaths. And then just tilting the chin slightly to find that perfect spot for you to enjoy your stretch. Find where you're tight. as you breathe out, gently increasing that little bit further. And release. All right, next muscle we're going to move on to is called our levator scapula. This one that attaches at the back up to the top of our head and can be a very, very common headache trigger. So what you're going to do is, again, anchoring one hand behind your back to keep that shoulder down nice and low. Then I want you to turn and look towards your armpit, using your free hand just to gently pull further. Try not to take too much of a deep breath here if you're a bit smelly under the armpit, but trying to breathe, and as you breathe out, lengthening your stretch just slightly towards your armpit. Keeping that opposite shoulder down nice and low, and just that gentle overpressure on the head to pull you forward. A few nice deep breaths, gently increasing as you breathe out. And then release, stopping sides to the other side, so hand behind your back, looking towards your armpit, using your hand on your head to gently increase that stretch. Now with these stretches, we do want to try and hold them for at least a minimum of 30 seconds. It's not just a quick 5-second hold and then boom, it's fixed. Our muscles are stubborn and they do require some time to start to lengthen out. And nice deep breaths, giving the muscles the time that they need to relax and lengthen. Okay, and release. And one more stretch I've got for you is actually for the front of the neck. So similar to the chest, if we're always leaning forward, looking down, the front of our neck can get very, very tight, pulling us forward further, putting a lot of pressure at the back of our neck. So what I want you to do is one side at a time, popping your fingers on your collarbone, kind of anchoring that down, and then looking up and away from your hand. You can feel that lengthening out through the front of the neck. These muscles are called our scalenes. They're also involved in our breathing as well. But the more we can lengthen them out, it helps bring our head up that little bit straighter, taking the pressure off our upper neck. Keeping that pressure on your collarbone, pushing that down so we can get that nice lengthening out. Slightly playing with the angle, get the perfect spot to stretch. Release. Let's do the other side. So hand on your collarbone, pushing that down and then looking up and away. Feeling that lengthening through the front of the neck. Nice deep breaths. Gently increasing as you breathe out as it starts to lengthen. And release. Alright, so if you are someone that does struggle with regular headaches, I do want you to come and book in to see us for a massage. The normal amount of headaches to have is 0. So if you experience headaches, it's likely neck tension is contributing. Feel free to contact us to book an appointment. Also using these stretches as much as you can throughout the day.